Okay, we're gonna get started. Got the cats all around today, so that's great. Okay. So we'll try to make this a 20-minute or so video for you to do on your own on days where you're not practicing yoga with me. So we're going to start by lying on your back. So let's come on down to your back. And from here, you can take any position with the legs that feels good. You can stretch the legs out long in a Shavasana posture, or you can take the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide in your butterfly pose. Another option in butterfly pose is, if you would like, you could always place blocks underneath the knees. And perhaps one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And just coming to a comfortable position. Make any adjustments with the body and the clothing in order to lie here in stillness for just a couple minutes. And once you've arrived to your comfortable lying down position, take a few rounds of a deep cleansing breath. So big inhale through the nose, an audible exhale through the mouth. And again, nice big inhale through the nose, an audible exhale through the mouth. One more round, big breath in, and sigh it out, exhale. And then just closing the lips together, you can begin to find a natural rhythm to the breath through the nasal passages. And then actively softening the body, taking a full body scan from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Scanning the body for any areas of discomfort, any areas of pain or tension. And actively softening those areas with the exhales. And just being mindful of these areas as you move through practice. Remind yourself that yoga is not a no pain, no gain type of activity. And instead, we're always tuning inwards, listening to exactly what it is our body needs, which differs from day to day. So what your body is capable of and needs today will not be the same as what it was yesterday or even tomorrow. And actively soften the jaw, the muscles of the face. And just tune inwards to any feelings or thoughts or emotions that are showing up this morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time it is you're practicing. And having a non-judgmental awareness towards whatever is showing up for you this morning, afternoon, or evening. Perhaps there's feelings of anxiety or worry, maybe sluggishness, and just welcoming whatever's arriving. And then whenever you're ready, you can start to take deep abdominal breaths, being sure to not grip in the jaw. Allow the mouth to be relaxed and no tension in the face. Taking nice big inhales to expand the entire body. And taking nice long exhales. And again, big breath in, everything expands. And smooth exhale through the nose. Just continue to breathe here at your own pace. Getting a sense of comfort and ease with each exhale. And perhaps you're working with an intention or goal. Feel free to make an intention at this moment, or perhaps just tuning into exactly what it is your body needs. And then we'll go ahead and get started. So coming from whatever comfortable grounding position you chose, we're going to prepare ourselves for a bridge posture. So bending the knees, take the soles of the feet about hip width distance apart. Sometimes it helps if you can bring the heels close enough where you can brush them with the tips of the fingers. Now everybody's anatomy is a little different, so that doesn't necessarily work, but you can try it. And as we take these bridge poses, be sure to push in to all four corners of the feet and use the strength of the glutes and the core and the push from the feet to help lift the pelvis. So here we go. Nice big inhale, lift the pelvis towards the sky. And on the exhale, lowering it down. Really mindful, slow movements. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. And just continue at your own pace to take these movements. And know that they don't have to be really big, large movements. You can just take your hips even an inch or two off the ground. So we'll continue those movements, and if you'd like to add the addition of the arms, you can inhale to sweep the arms up, back, and behind as the pelvis lifts. On the exhale, as the hands lower, take the hips back to the ground. The palms land next to the hips. Let's do that again. Nice big inhale, everything lifts. And as we exhale, take the arms back to the ground, land next to the hips. And one more round, big inhale to lift. And this time on your exhale, just lower the hands next to the pelvis. The pelvis stays lifted. Let's hold here in a bridge pose. And then lowering the pelvis down to the ground. Take the right ankle across the left knee. You know this move. Option to take the block underneath the left foot and hold here. And if you are taking that variation, you can rest the hands on the shin or perhaps next to the hips. And to make this a slightly more active posture, you would think about pushing that right knee away from the body, flexing the right foot. And on days where you're feeling a little more open, or as you do this video for maybe even a month or so, you might eventually start to be able to interlace the hands behind the thigh, draw the leg in. But again, just listen to what it is your body needs, and just go only as far as you can comfortably breathe. And release the crossing of that ankle, set the block off to the side. We'll take the right sole of the foot towards the sky and taking our ankle rotations in one direction. reverse the direction of the ankle rotations, and then pointing and flexing the right toes. And we'll go ahead and find some stillness here using the assistance of your strap if you have it. And then straighten the right leg as far as you comfortably can. You can always keep a micro bend in that knee. And just hold and breathe here. And then again, eventually maybe you would like to take that left leg on the mat, flexing the foot. Or perhaps just continue to keep the left knee bent for now. And then release the strap. We're going to take the knees together, rock them over to the left, and then you'll take a twist open to the right. And then taking everything back through center, and we'll do the second side. Left ankle over the knee, drawing that leg in, or using the block if you prefer that. And just hold and breathe here. And taking the right foot back down to the ground, set the block off to the side. We take the left foot towards the sky, ankle rotations in one direction. And reverse the direction of the ankle rotations. And then you can point and flex the left foot. And then we're going to come into stillness using the strap across the sole of the foot. Micro bend in the knee if you would like, or you can work on straightening the leg. And possibly one day taking that right leg on the mat. And always using the breath as a good indicator as to whether you've gone too far in a posture. So if you're struggling to breathe, or you're holding the breath, or it's moving really fast, back out a little bit to a place where you comfortably could still do the posture. And we're going to rock over to the right, knees together. And then taking the left arm out to the side, you can gaze up towards the sky or to the left. And then we're going to come back through center, realign the hips so you're centrally on the mat. Hands come below the knees. We're just going to inhale to straighten the legs and exhale, bend the knees. We're going to do that 3 more times, and it might feel more comfortable for you. You can try it, see if taking them at a vertical is any easier or is it worse. So just try different angles with the legs. Inhale to extend, exhale to pull in. Let's do one more round. Inhale and exhale. And from here, we're going to rock to one side or the other, and mindfully transitioning up to a tabletop position. So we're coming to our hands and knees. From here, we're going to take this into the cat-cows, so always being sure to check in with your foundation. You know the drill. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Align the shoulders, elbows, wrists. Line the knees underneath the hips. We're going to take this into our cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, the gaze goes up. And exhale to round the spine, gaze at the navel. Inhale to look up, and then exhale to round. And continue these cat-cows at your own pace. And then we're going to come to a neutral spine, so long line of energy from the crown of the head to the tailbone. From here, we're going to extend the right leg long, hover it above the ground, hold here. We'll hold here for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right knee down. Second side. Left leg extends, power up through the core. Use the glutes, push through that heel. And again, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left knee. One more time to the right. Inhale and exhale. And 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time on the left. Another 5 count. Inhale to prepare. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left knee down to the ground. Go ahead, shift the hips back towards the heels. Come into a hero's pose. So if hero's pose is ever difficult, you can take a block between the feet, prop the hips. You can stack blocks as well. Take the wrists out in front of us, starting with some wrist rotations in one direction, and reverse the direction of your wrist rotations. And then we're going to take those sparkler hands all out in different directions. And then we're going to inhale to sweep the arms up. And we're going to exhale to take an open twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale through center. And then take a side stretch to the right. Inhale through center. Side stretch to the left. Inhale through center. And exhale, return to your hero's pose. Take those wrists out in front of us again, and then we're going to we're going to push the palms away, rotate the hands, draw the fists in. And again, inhale to push the energy away. Exhale, fists, draw it in. And one more time, inhale to push. And exhale, draw it in. Then we're going to shift ourselves forward again, back into our tabletop position. Tuck those toes under, take a big inhale to prepare, and exhale, come into downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal the feet out here. One heel, then the other. And then we're going to drop back down to the knees. Walk the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, and we're going to untuck the toes and mindfully come all the way down to the belly. Once we're here, lower the forehead to the ground. Take the forearms down, or modified sphinx, so the elbows are next to the ribs. And we're going to push into both sides of the feet. Try to keep those heels moving straight back so they're not out to the side or knocking inwards. We're going to push into the pelvis as well, and also use the assistance of the arms. We're going to come into a little back bend. So inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. And again, inhale here, and this time we'll hold for our back bend. And you can stare at about 45 degrees out in front of you. And then go ahead and lower the forehead back down to the ground. Arms come next to the ribs. We're going to return into tabletop, and before you do so, actively engage the core, use the strength of your arms, and protect that back as much as you can. Come on back into tabletop. Knees come out wide, sink the hips back into child's pose. So if you're in the child's pose and it's comfortable, you can certainly lie there. You can also use a block or stack some pillows. And if you have one of these bolsters, you can use one of those as well to just drape the body across and hug your bolster or your block or your pillow. And from here, we'll take 3 cleansing breaths. So nice big inhale through the nose and side out exhale. And again, big inhale in and audible exhale out. And then walking yourself out of your child's pose. Set your props off to the side. And then we're going to take ourselves into a lying down position. So again, being very mindful of this transition. So we always got to be really mindful of our transitions when we have an injury or a condition to be sure that we're not doing something that could cause pain. So my best suggestion would be to bend the knees and engage the core, come down one forearm and then the other, all the way to the back. If you have another way that feels better, certainly welcome to do that. And then from here, we're going to extend one leg, then the other, taking the heels mat width distance apart, taking the arms out at our sides, and then go ahead and close the eyes here. And let go of any altered or controlled breathing, make any adjustments with the body or the clothing in order to lie here in stillness. And just give yourself permission to completely relax here and do nothing. Everything you did is enough. Just find peace and enjoy the posture. Now I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you have more time to lie in your Shavasana, I encourage to take about 5 minutes or so. If you got to get on with your day, mindfully coming out of the posture, and enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.